Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. But let me just come back to you to continue from where we stopped.
I think we are going, based on the report on tax for tax collection from various countries, I think it's going to benefit Nigeria in a lot of ways. However, it is also our duty to know that as we are formulating these laws or as we are formulating these policies, we should also put the taxpayers into consideration because actually they are the key stakeholders in the issue of taxation. And from what I have established over time, I have found out that the people are not enlightened. The people in my village in Benue State, they don't know they pay tax. They don't know that, okay, the tax they are paying is meant to work for them. They are meant to get basic amenities. They are meant to get infrastructures. But when they don't see these things coming up, how do we tell them, like, this is what you are supposed to do? You have a right. You are the key stakeholders in this thing. Your money, the money you pay is responsible for the development of infrastructure in your area. But when they don't know these things, the policies you have in place doesn't make sense.
When a truck pusher or a driver of motorcycles pays his taxes, his expectation is that one day his child will be able to go to a school and be empowered to be able to earn more than him. But when these things are not provided, there's total disincentive to the general citizens to make the payment. So government also has a responsibility in terms of transparency. One thing is collecting the tax, another thing is appropriating the funds to the actual projects which are meant for the citizens of the country. That is another area where we are lacking as a country. And I think a structure needs to be put in place to ensure that there's more transparency and actual proper appropriation of funds to projects.
Like Ahmad mentioned, we need to be responsible to tell ourselves the truth that this is what we need to collect. Then we need to tell ourselves this is what we need to use this money for. And then, of course, we need to tell the people that this is what we have collected and this is what we have used it for. And so that will motivate the ordinary man on the street to say, I am happy to pay tax. It happened in Lagos. Lagosians would boldly beat their chest and say, I am happy to be a Lagosian and I am happy to be paying tax in Lagos because I can see what the tax I am paying is doing for me in Lagos. This is the direction that the current government needs to go towards. For us to get Nigerians to say, I am happy to be a taxpayer because I can see the tax that I am paying is providing the social service that I need. But again, if you are going to focus on the ordinary citizens, if you are going to focus on the tax that they are paying, how much would it be compared to the taxes that we should be collecting from corporate organizations? They are the ones that are saying they are investing huge sums of money in the country. They are the ones that are running the various industries. They are the ones that are earning tax holidays. For them to be earning tax holidays means that they are making profits. These holidays are meant to ensure that the monies that they are making are being reinvested in the country. But what do we see? We see tax flights. We see companies, telecommunication companies, moving these monies to tax havens and declaring what they want to declare here.
I think that there are larger issues that we have to contend with in terms of making sure that we get everybody on that tax net. I particularly, what worries me is the fact that Nigerians don't have the culture of being taxed. We could blame the government. Yes, they don't. They're not using it well. This and that. But these are the same people. If you live in another country, you cannot even dream of evading tax. But in Nigeria, there are all kinds of things that people do just to make sure they don't pay the tax. And I think that is where we have to enlighten people and make sure, like we said before, we enforce laws that we've got and maximize the taxes that we can raise, because we really don't have a choice now. If we like I said before I went off the line, the oil revenues that we have been depending on are going down by the day. And so we have to sit up in this issue of taxation, and people should realize that it's for the common good. And when people, have that, at the back of their minds, and there's also the right political will, which I believe even the new administration has exhibited to a large extent, I think we'll begin to get it right.
Then we need to look at stuff like country by country reporting, where an organization that is operating in different countries is saying, for this financial year, this is what we have done in this country, and this is what we are reporting as tax. In this other country, this is what we have produced, this is what profit we have made, and this is what we are reporting. That way, you are able to tell that in individual countries where they are operating, this is how much monies they have made in profit, and this is how much tax they have paid. Not lumping an entire production or an entire product or entire tax that is due from an entire group. If you're operating in Mozambique, in Nigeria, in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, in Mauritius, let's say, then you should be able to say this is our activity in these individual countries in a financial year, and this is how much we have made, this is how much we are remitting to these individual countries, because countries have individual legislation on taxes. It is not uniform. It might be 12% in one country, it might be 5% in another country, it might be 3.5% in another country. Why would you lump the profits from different countries together and then pay tax based on the smallest tax that is possible in a tax haven? That way, the countries where you have run production are losing the money that they are supposed to be getting from your operations, from your production, and that is where the issue of country by country reporting should come in.
All right, guys, that's it on this segment of the program, but we'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll be joined by social media experts to give us more analysis on the No to Social Media Bill hashtag. Please join us again.